Shadow had faced several foes, fought several battles, and climbed the ranks to become GUN's top agent. Clearly, this hedgehog's life thus far was filled with several lifetimes of experiences with more to come. He thought he was prepared for anything. Nothing could have prepared him for this, however. In front of him, standing at 2'6", was a hedgehog similar to that annoying blue faker. In fact, he even shared his name, Sonic. Yes, the cold-as-ice black and red hedgehog had been tasked with watching over this younger Sonic from another dimension, and he was dreading every minute.
So,
Shadow stated, sighing.
You're Sonic Wachowski, huh?
Sonic, who had been distracted, instantly jumped to attention at the sound of his name. He
Yeah,
replied, giving Shadow a wide grin.
I'm Sonic Wachowski. You met my mom and dad. You can call them Donut Lord and Pretzel Lady if you want. I play on the Little League baseball team and can run really, really, really fast. Other Sonic told me a little about you. He said that you were made in a lab. Does it make you an experiment like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch? I just saw that movie. It was awesome. He also said that you're a big
Enough!
Shadow groaned. Even his Sonic didn't talk that much. Sonic's ears lowered as he frowned.
Sorry, I kinda got carried away.
Shadow sighed.
Look, I'm just here to watch for the day while Donut Lord and Pretzel Lady are having a day to themselves.
With the amount of noise this child made, it was a wonder they didn't need a week off from the brat.
I'm not here to be your buddy or anything. Just go to your room and play video games or something.
Okay.
Sonic walked over to the attic and climbed up into his room. Shadow sighed.
Why am I, the ultimate life form, babysitting?
Shadow thought. He never should have agreed to take this mission from this Donut Lord and Pretzel Lady. This was going to be harder than he thought. Then again, he didn't really need to pay attention to the kid too much. He could take care of himself. Shadow smirked. This would be easier than he thought. He sat in the recliner and turned on the TV, channel surfing until he landed on a particular show that featured a large spinning wheel. The studio audience chanted deliberately. Shadow smirked. He had stumbled upon one of those game shows that featured people solving puzzles to try and earn money. Shadow scoffed.
This is pathetic.
He thought. Yet Shadow couldn't help but get sucked in, even starting to solve the puzzles himself. This action, however, caused him to get irritated at the contestants.
Oh, come on. It clearly said new baby buggy. Foolish humans.
A small gust of wind could be heard as the attic door shut.
Shadow?
A voice squeaked. Shadow's ears perked up as he turned to the source of the voice. It was the small blue hedgehog again of all places. He groaned.
What do you want?
I'm hungry.
Sonic looked up at Shadow for a second, but then down again. He seemed to not want to meet his caregiver's eyes. Shadow snorted.
Then get something to eat then. You know where the fridge is.
Mom doesn't trust me in the kitchen, and I kinda want to try this Swiss roll that Big Sonic said you make a lot. What are those?
Sonic tilted his head to the side. He blinked. Shadow couldn't believe Figure had told him about that.
The
ultimate life form sighed.
Fine. Let's see if we have the ingredients.
Sonic grinned.
Got it!
He dashed into the kitchen. Shadow shook his head as he followed him, taking out his phone to look at his recipe. He sighed as he had trouble seeing the text in the ultimate life form, who, apparently, did not have the ultimate eyesight, put on his reading glasses.
Let's see. Eggs, sugar, coffee.
His thoughts were interrupted by the sight of Sonic standing on the counter, and he gasped.
Sonic Maurice Wachowski!
Sonic turned to Shadow with a terrified expression.
How does he know my middle name?
He thought.
Yes?
Get down from there this instant!
He barked. Shadow appeared angry, but he was more concerned than anything. The blue blur looked down and gulped.
Kinda a problem. It's too high up.
Shadow sighed as he walked over to the hedgehog, picking him up and setting him down. Admittedly, it was a bit too high for the 3'3" hedgehog too, so it was difficult for him as well.
You are pretty reckless, you know that.
He giggled.
Mom and Dad tell me that all the time. It's kind of my trademark.
Shadow sighed.
I'm sure they do. Now please, stay on the ground, Blue Hedgehog.
Okay, but I want to help. I always help Mom cook. She trusts me in the kitchen, just not alone.
You can help
He handed him his phone.
by reading these ingredients.
Shadow spotted a small step stool and used it to get a better look inside the cabinet. Sonic blinked.
Some of these look weird. Like, what's chaos extract?
He was confused.
That is not needed,
He replied.
and we probably can't find it here anyway. Anything else?
And what's espresso?
The word looked familiar, but foreign at the same time.
What's that?
Strong coffee.
Shadow appeared to slowly be getting annoyed as the hedgies distracted his search. Kids weren't his forte.
Vanilla extract? Is that like chaos extract?
Sonic scrolled to look at the other ingredients.
Vanilla flavoring in liquid form. I believe we have that.
Shadow said as he spotted the vial. He could feel himself getting angry. He nodded. Sonic scrolled down to another unfamiliar ingredient.
No more questions.
Shadow barked. He sighed upon hearing Sonic's whimpering.
Just read off the rest of the list. I'll concern myself with what each thing is.
Sonic nodded as he began reading off the list. Shadow took inventory as the boy struggled with some of the more complicated words. A giggle could be heard as the last ingredient was read, and as Shadow stepped down onto the ground.
What?
Shadow groaned.
Oh, nothing.
Sonic replied.
Just, well, you look funny with those glasses, like a grandpa.
Huh?
Shadow didn't realize he still had his reading glasses on, and quickly took them off.
I am not a grandpa.
Grandpa, Grandpa!
The blue blur laughed.
Come on, Gramps. Do we have everything we need to make those Swiss rolls?
Shadow groaned. He hated kids.
Well, we just need flour and corn syrup.
Why do we need it anyway? We aren't making pancakes, are we? So why syrup?
Shadow couldn't help but laugh a little.
No, Sonic. Different syrup. Come on, let's go.
Sonic blinked.
But won't people notice another hedgehog? Like, one like me?
Shadow pondered over this. He had a point. The ultimate life form would stand out like a sore thumb. At least Sonic was an established part of Green Hills.
Maybe I can just send you in alone? It is only 2 things.
Sonic looked dumbfounded and a bit frightened.
Alone? But the store's so big! There's no way I can find what we need!
Shadow sighed, pinching the bridge of his nose. The Blue Devil was annoying him once again.
Don't be a baby, Sonic.
Sonic turned a shade of red.
I'm not a baby!
He sighed.
It's just, I've never been to the store by myself before. And being alone kind of brings back bad memories.
Memories. This was a subject Shadow was all too familiar with.
You'll be fine, Sonic. Now, come on, and hang on tight.
Sonic raised a brow.
Hang on tight? What are you...
Before he could get the words out, Shadow grabbed the boy's hand, pulling out a green gem from his chest floof.
Chaos! Control!
As Shadow yelled these words, both hedgehogs were surrounded by green light. Sonic closed his eyes to shield them from the intense glow of the emerald. When he opened them, they were in the parking lot of the Green Hills supermarket. Sonic was in awe.
How did you...
Shadow said nothing as he handed the boy a stack of cash.
Here, I don't know much about this world, but I do know that these green paper things have some value here. Use them to get the corn syrup and flour. Get in, get out.
Sonic nodded and smirked.
Don't worry, Chief. Inspector Sonic is always on duty.
Shadow raised a brow ridge.
Inspector Sonic? What the...
He shook his head.
Never mind, just go do your mission, I guess.
Sonic sped into the store. Shadow smirked, noticing the boy's carefree and reckless nature, despite earlier concerns of his presence drawing attention. Speaking of which, he needed a place to hide. Looking around, he found a nearby bush. After some time, Shadow saw Sonic exiting the store. with bags. It was pretty clear what those bags were full of, as Sonic could be seen enjoying a chocolate bar. He groaned.
Sonic, you were only supposed to grab 2 things, not bags full of candy.
They had a sale! I couldn't pass that up!
Sonic replied.
And you gave me so much money, like $100. Where'd you get this much anyway?
Shadow sighed.
Your mom and dad gave it to me for pizza or something.
He pinched the bridge of his nose.
Did you at least get what we came here for?
Sonic nodded.
Got it right here. I made sure it was above all the candy.
The ultimate life form groaned once more.
Let's just head home already.
Shadow forced a smile.
That Swiss roll cake won't make itself.
Shadow was in a rare state. He was overwhelmed. He was tending to the oven as the cake cooked, but his attention was drawn to the hyperactive blue hedgehog who had just eaten 2 grocery bags of candy in one sitting.
Sonic, slow down! Stop dashing around everywhere.
Shadow yelled.
Catch me, catch me!
The hedge replied.
You're not too slow, are you?
Shadow gritted his teeth as he chased the blue devil. It seemed every time he was close to getting him, he vanished. Was this kid faster than the blue faker?
Come on, Grandpa. I'm right over here.
He then sped behind Shadow.
No, wait, over here.
Sonic dashed upon onto the shelf.
Up here.
This would continue several more times with Sonic taunting Shadow similarly.
You little brat!
Shadow bellowed. The hedgehog angrily pulled the green emerald from his floof.
Chaos! Control!
Cheater! Cheater!
Sonic taunted as he dashed around. However, his fun was cut short when he felt 2 hands grab him from behind.
Gotcha!
Shadow turned Sonic around to face him.
I think you've had enough sugar for today.
Sonic wagged his tail, giggling.
That was fun. Let's do it again sometime.
Shadow snorted.
Fun, huh? You nearly gave me a heart attack.
Instead of a snarky reply, however, this comment was met by soft snoring. He smirked.
Worn out, huh?
Shadow laid Sonic onto the couch, pulling a blanket over him.
I'll wake him up later.
He thought. He smiled, but it wasn't a typical Shadow smile. Behind this smile was a genuine care for his charge. The boy was a pain, sure, but he did provide him with some fun and much-needed exercise. However, his thoughts were interrupted by the smell of something burning. He gasped.
My Swiss rolls!
Blue Hawk Audio Works.